cookie friends! Be sure to stick around after this cookie decorating and hang out with me and Hank and talk all things Scooby Doo. So I hand cut this cookie and I wanted to first start to fill it in with my yellow glaze icing. I made this a nice runnier consistency that wouldn't fall off the cookie, but it was easy to move around with my scribe tool, pop any bubbles. I also use a tipless bag so I don't have to put in any metal tips. It's a little bit easier for me. And then I let that set and I filled in my white speech bubble and I let that dry for 24 full hours. And then I drew Scooby's outline with my edible ink markers, and I then had, you can see I'm using a brown glaze icing, and I cut the tip of that bag so small. I have definitely found that using tipless bags are better for me than using, like the metal tips that you would normally put into the bag. I just have an easier time. So I let that dry for a few hours and then I came in and I put the black of Scooby's nose, and you can see I put that shine line on Scooby's nose while the icing was still wet. So that white sunk right into the black of the nose. And then I used my white food coloring to really easily just paint on those eyeballs. And then I had my gel food coloring that I mixed with vodka. You can also use a clear extract, and that's what I used to paint all of these details. For the black details, I decided to use my edible ink markers. And I realized that the black from the marker wasn't dark enough, so then I came in and I repainted everything with my gel food coloring mixed with vodka, and I repainted that with my brush. And I think that came out a little bit better, a little bit more comic book-like. It kind of popped off the page a little more. So it's always trial and error, and you do what you think works best for you and what you're most comfortable with. So now I am putting on my final details. There's his little name tag, and then I painted on the blacks of his eyes. And here's a good trick for lettering. If you can't get the consistency right and need a little bit thicker, you can always mix your glaze icing with some Crisco, and that will help to stiffen it up just the right amount. I hope you enjoyed the Scooby Doo cookie.
Welcome back to Lights, Camera, Cookies. My name is Larissa, and this is my friend.
Hey!
And this is...
Scooby Doo!
Scooby Doo. I hope you liked watching how we made this cookie. And now, why did we make this cookie? Oh, I don't know, because two of our lovely subscribers
wanted some Scooby snacks.
They wanted to see some Scooby Doo cookies. So, shout out to... these two lovely subscribers. Thank you so much for this suggestion. As soon as you said it, I said, yes, we have to do it, and we did. So I hope that you are proud of this cookie and that you enjoyed watching how it was made. Not only did we make Mr. Scooby Doo himself, we also made
Jiggies,
Velma, Shaggy, Zoinks, Daphne, and we got good old Fred. Oh, jeepers, it's the
Creeper!
It's the Creeper! So how cool?
Oh man, Creeper!
How cool is this? We made all of these for you. So once again, thank you for these suggestions, and we hope you love these.
Take off your mask and show us who you really are. Meddling kids.
So Scooby-Doo, I do, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, I do remember watching you.
But which one?
Well, I don't know, when I was little, I feel like I was seeing the original ones, like reruns.
So the original 60s and 70s Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I feel like I remember being over at my grandma's house on her like tube TV.
Yes!
Watching it there, but it was like reruns. Obviously, I was not born in the 60s, thanks so much. What about you? Which ones do you remember? Like there's so many versions of Scooby-Doo here.
I remember on ABC.
Okay.
Pup named Scooby-Doo.
A pup named Scooby-Doo.
They were all young. That was a whole tradition of cartoons. Yeah. Toon Adventures.
Tiny Toons and Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies. Everybody was young back then.
We should make Muppet Baby cookies. So
we've
got some
Fuzz Facts!
We've got some Scooby Doo Fuzz Facts here. I feel like I learned a lot.
A lot of Scooby Doo facts.
Fuzz Fact number 1.
Fuzz Fact number 1. The original name for the show was not Scooby Doo.
What? What was it?
It was called Mystery 5. Mystery 5 had a whole different plan. It's supposed to be a rock band.
Interesting.
That found mysteries and solved them in between gigs.
Oh, and I believe that the dog actually played the bongos in that first iteration of Mystery 5. Then what happened?
They scrappy-dooed
They scrappy-dooed that idea, and they came up with the next like idea titled "Who's Scared?" And then the producers saw that was going to be like too intense
too scary. Those
and
little
scary
kids.
For little kids, for like Saturday morning
The
cartoons.
60s and 70s were scary enough.
So then they went to Scooby-Doo.
Careful.
Oh, did I almost hit you?
You are swinging away tonight.
I'm just so excited.
Number 2.
So then Fuzz Fact number
2.
Number 2, Scooby Doo. I actually did not know what kind of dog Scooby Doo was. Now I know. Scooby Doo
Great Dane.
is a Great Dane.
Wasn't always a Great Dane though.
He wasn't always a Great Dane. He was going to be conceptualized as a
Chihuahua.
sheepdog. Oh my gosh, no, a sheepdog. And then they decided against that and then went with a Great Dane. Now the interesting part that I thought, the producers went to like a Great Dane breeder, like a specialist in Great Danes, and they asked pretty much, they were like, hey, what
makes them so great?
What is the ideal Great Dane qualities?
4 legs, ears.
Well, if you ask Google
Nose.
will tell you, Great Danes are the picture of elegance, balance, smooth, easy stride, that of a nobleman. Does that describe Scooby Doo? I don't think so, because they were like, oh, that's what a Great Dane is? Well, we're gonna do the exact opposite with Scooby Doo, which is what made him so lovingly adorable.
He's very floppy.
He's like the clumsiest, floppiest, gangliest, like, adorable doggy. Oh my gosh, that's excellent.
Years of watching cartoons on the couch.
We're gonna go to fuzz fact number
3.
Fuzz fact number 3. Scooby Doo was the first animated cartoon with a laugh track.
I didn't even notice that.
Yes,
That must have been very 60s and 70s.
Yes.
That's because the producers, after they went away from the whole scary thing, they wanted it to be funny.
Okay, so I guess they had
Didn't you read the rest of my notes?
I guess they had to cue you in on when to laugh because...
Yeah. People getting chased by ghosts.
Fuzz fact number
4.
Did you know that Scooby Doo's real name is Scoobert
Scoober.
Doo?
What?
And did you know...
What the fuzz?
Did you know that Scooby Doo is part of a triplet? Part of a triplet. Part of...
A member of triplets?
Did you know that Scooby Doo is a triplet? Is a...
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. And did you know that Scooby Doo is actually a triplet?
Doo.
It's Skippy Doo and Dooby Doo. So we've got Scooby Doo, Dooby Doo, and Skippy Doo.
Hey, no doggy doo in the studio.
Then, as I researched this even further, Scooby Doo's got like this giant family tree, and just
oh my gosh!
Just to name a few for you, we got Dada Doo, Mumsy Doo, Skippy Doo, Yabba Doo, Howdy Doo, Ruby Doo, Scrappy Doo, Dooby Dee, Dooby Dum, Dooby Dooby Doo, Dixie Doo, with Whoopsie Doo, and Yankee Doodle Doo, amongst many more.
What the dooby fuzz?
But not least is fuzz fact number 5. I know we're like really going crazy here.
We got a lot of great fuzz facts though.
But Casey Kasem was the original voice actor for Shaggy.
Casey Kasem was a very famous radio personality.
All right.
Casey Kasem's top 30 countdown.
All right. Thank you, Hank.
I am not that old, but Casey Kasem is a legend.
So, Casey Kasem is actually a vegetarian, so he tells the producers, listen, I want to make sure that Shaggy upholds my ideals of vegetarianism. So he must be a vegetarian. So...
That makes sense.
Shaggy was actually a vegetarian throughout the
Shaggy
series.
ate a lot of lettuce and cheese sandwiches.
So, it wasn't until like much later on, like much recent versions of the Scooby Doo series, that Shaggy just ate whatever he wanted. But yeah.
That's intense.
Those are our fuzz facts. Did you know any of these? I knew none of these. I honestly did not know much about them. Let's switch gears here real quick. There is a new show on HBO Max.
Now you got it.
Called Velma.
Velma.
And I was like, oh, okay, let's watch.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Let's watch about Velma.
Now, the reason being, it looked like a cross between the new Harley Quinn, also on HBO Max, and Daria.
It did.
If you remember Daria.
I remember Daria. And then we watched it. And...
It was different. It was a different spin. Definitely not something we've seen with Scooby-Doo before.
Okay, and let me back up. It is not for children. So, let me ask a question. Did you all watch Velma? And did you all like it? Just curious.
Like I said, it wasn't bad.
So, just curious. I think we did we just scratched the surface a little bit.
Yeah.
Of Scooby-Doo.
These are very cool. They look like they came out of the comics.
Thank
all
you.
which were connected to different episodes.
Yeah, thank you. I really enjoyed making these.
Shaggy.
Speaking of Scooby-Doo,
Joe.
I would like to introduce you all to someone. I would like to introduce you to my doggo.
Don't lick me.
Her name is Leota, named after Madame Leota from the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
So here she is, waiting to say hi to you all. This is my little
Hey, Leota.
Scooby-Doo Say hi to all your fans.
That's right.
Say
Go get
hi
some
to
Scooby
everyone
snacks
out
later.
there. All right, thanks so much for watching, you guys. This was it for our episode. I
This
hope
is
you
great.
enjoyed. Like and subscribe and hit the
Ding.
for notifications. Check us out on Instagram and TikTok, and we will see you next time, Cookie Friends.
Next time.
Bye.
Yes. No. No, I won't.
We did this wrong.
Bye.
Summon a Mitch.
Who's Mitch?
Scooby Dooby Doo.
We lost the camera.
Scooby.
I was a doggy doo.
It's
Doggy doo.
it's